Along a stretch of the U.S. and Mexico border lies South Texas drug country. It's where Mexican cartels are now recruiting teens as expendable couriers along the border towns, which inevitably raises crime rates all over South Texas suburbia. But it also makes for a Narconon action report that reads as follows. Joseph Sauceda is a former U.S. Marine who served with distinction at Desert Storm in the Persian Gulf War. He subsequently proves himself a capable businessman, but longs for a more contributive role. And so it was, Joseph Sauceda made his way to a leading social activist, Harlingen, Texas mission holder Juan Villarreal. As it happens, Juan was already on the lookout for someone to helm an upstart Narconon, and he takes Joseph under his wing. Whereupon, with Juan's sponsorship, the now future executive director of Narconon South Texas arrives at Narconon Arrowhead. It's the international training center, designed to train drug rehab specialists intent upon opening centers of their own. And when Joseph Sauceda steps to the Arrowhead graduation stage, he is indeed an advanced Narconon specialist, possessing the technical wherewithal to attack drug abuse from all angles. Joseph's story follows from there along two simultaneous tracks. First, with a groundbreaking for a future Narconon rehab center along 17-plus acres just outside Harlingen. Then again, with recruitment preps and logistics for a first assault on drug abuse in neighborhood schools. It began with prevention lectures to more than 600 students at Sam Houston Elementary in West Laco, Texas. There was another to a Boys and Girls Club in Harlingen itself, and another again at a predominantly Hispanic Victoria Ward Elementary in Brownsville. By which point, a full-blown Narconon lecture unit formed in Joseph's wake, and so rolled drug education to well over 22,000 students across South Texas trafficking lanes. With his education program in full gear, Joseph's permanent South Texas Rehab Center completes and formally opens its doors, replete with a junior officer color guard to officiate the ribbon cutting. Also in attendance were two Texas state representatives, a pair of local pastors, a congressman, and a proclamation-bearing mayor declaring Narconon South Texas Day. Whereupon, the story comes to what Narconon Arrowhead is designed to generate, namely a full-fledged delivery center presenting the whole rehab lineup, including drug-free withdrawal, followed by the New Life detoxification program, therapeutic TRs for improving confront and overall stability, the Learning Improvement course for comprehension of all further materials, the Communication and Perception course with its battery of objective processes, not to mention all else to help former users regain their lives. At which point, Narconon South Texas delivery comes to a first plateau of more than 22,000 detoxification hours. It also comes to 137 otherwise terminal addicts literally brought back to life. And with those results in hand, Joseph set out to broaden and deepen delivery all over Texas corridors. It followed from a connection to the Harlingen Community Coalition and a plan for what they called the Outreach Center. It was all about transforming the former Harlingen Police Station into a rehab and prevention facility for at-risk youth. It was inaugurated by the Cameron County Juvenile Justice Department Director and resoundingly endorsed by the Mayor of Harlingen, who then cut the ribbon in larger-than-life Texan style. And they called it the Bridge to a Positive Way of Life. Although what ultimately got it rolling was a Narconon orientation unit for what they called the walk-ins, meaning the youth who voluntarily enrolled in the program and were put through the study curriculum. But the majority of those in the Outreach Center were court-ordered enrollees of what's known as the Academy for the Rehabilitation and Motivation of Youth, acronym ARMY. Though grueling and intense, Army only broke through after Narconon intervention, and specifically drug education. There was more with the Texas Border Patrol program known as REAL, rewarding education, attitude, and leadership. But REAL likewise never really found its legs until connecting with Narconon. But whether walk-in, Army, or REAL, every kid at the Outreach Center tested 100% drug-free after Narconon intervention. And still, there was more with what's known as the Cameron County Juvenile Justice Boot Camp Program. It's the only juvenile detention center that's a full lockdown and otherwise comprises rock bottom. It's designed to instill recognition and respect for authority, even if it means scaring kids half to death. But again, what finally made it work was Joseph Sauceda's coordinating meeting with Juvenile Justice Department heads, after which he took Narconon drug education directly into the Cameron County cell block, thereby completing the whole juvenile array. All of which, in turn, completes a Narconon rollout from rehab to prevention and across every at-risk age group in South Texas, while further in turn, violent crime in Harlingen has dropped a full 26%. And that's the substance of what prompted an award for outstanding contributions to the Rio Grande Valley, signed by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. And all in evidence of what a Narconon generates in the name of drug-free lives.